A Texas spoiled brat lured men to her home with promises of intimacy, but what they walked into was an armed robbery. Now, she's standing in front of a judge who isn't buying a single excuse, and one wrong answer could mean 20 years in prison.
And are you Tony Schiaretti?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Schiaretti, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of robbery? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your
Did you
Honor.
understand that the court will grant your application for deferred adjudication if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked? The court will find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense? It will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived the right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of robbery. There's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea bargain agreement.
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea bargain agreement.
It is,
Next,
Judge.
I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, community service hours, no contact with the following persons: Kerry, Kerry, Yadel, Yelldel, Terrence Smith, Michaela, Makayla, Guerra, Ezekiel Washington, Arthur Wallace, that's Aurthur, and you are enrolled and obtain a GED and maintain employment. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the lesser included offense of robbery, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
Yes, Judge. State would offer State's Exhibit Number 1 to the court. No, Judge.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and will do the same. All right, after viewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find him guilty after the court will defer finding him guilty should apply for deferred adjudication. Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, just that we'd ask the court to follow the plea bargain, and if the court pleases, we can waive PSI this time.
So, Ms. Schiaretti, what are you doing with your life other than inviting people under the pretext of having sex with them and then having them robbed? What are you doing with your life?
Those text messages weren't actually me. They had taken my phone and they're all 6'1" and I'm 5'1" and I couldn't jump up and grab it. I wasn't near my phone.
So, do
But
you want a jury trial? Because see, right now, what is happening is sometimes people don't think that I've read things because I read quickly. So here's the thing. You are involved with all of these defendants. So don't come in here playing as though, oh my gosh, what? I didn't know anything. Somebody took my phone and started sending these text messages and these people just came over and then a robbery just happened and I'm just here not knowing anything that's going on. So let's be honest, because you've already entered a plea to this. So other than luring people over with text messages for sex and then having them robbed, what are you doing with your life?
I want to get a GED, go to college.
Why do you need a GED? Why do you complete school?
Because I was getting bullied my sophomore year, moved away for a year to go to school.
Did you go to school while you were away?
Yes. My junior year, I spent it in Illinois. Then I moved back here and I didn't go back to school because I didn't want to go through what I went through my sophomore year. And
So you just came back here and did nothing?
I was going to go to a different school, but my mom couldn't take me to and from at the time because she had work.
What is the
And I
via
was
bus
going
for?
to
Why? See, this is the problem with society today. Everybody wants to have their own vehicle and drive to where they get to. We used to walk to school. Or guess what? You take the via bus. So if your mom can drop you off at school, you're old enough to get involved with the people in this to rob some people. So why can you take the VIA bus to get to school? Because right now, all I'm hearing from you are excuses. I couldn't go to school because I was bullied. So then I went to Illinois. And who did you go to Illinois with?
I was staying with my cousin.
All right, so there's a reason why you got sent back to San Antonio from Illinois. If things were going great in Illinois, you would have been in Illinois and you would have completed whatever you needed to complete it. What I've discovered in my time as a defense attorney and a prosecutor involved in CPS cases, when sometimes, and I would say about 60% of the time, when children leave their home to go live with their cousins in Illinois, one or two things are happening. Either the parents can no longer control them and they say, well, let's try a new setting. And I can't afford to go to Illinois, so I'm going to send you to Illinois with friends and family. Or either there's something wrong with the parents and they're like, I'm going to do my own thing. I don't want to be a parent, so I'm sending you to Illinois. Obviously, there was something happening in your home life where either you were not doing what you were supposed to do, which is attend school, and they sent you to Illinois for a change of scenery. Things were okay there for a while, but then something happened there. Either you were not doing what you were supposed to be doing, and they said, look, not our problem because not our child, we're sending her back to you to San Antonio. So all I've been hearing from you is what you're gonna do. But what have you been doing since this offense?
I was working, I had my own apartment. I
Was working. Why are you not working?
Because I got sick and I had to get out of work for 2 weeks, and then I got sick again, and my manager just didn't like that I got sick and I was out of work for 2 weeks.
So who are you living with?
Right now I'm living with my mom.
And what problems are you causing there?
No problems.
So are you seeking another job?
Yes, I'm currently looking for another job. I'm going to apply at Amazon with my aunt and see how that goes. My aunt really likes it, so I feel like I'll like it. There's a couple other places that I have in mind.
And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And know that you are getting drug tested today. So if it's going to be positive or something, it would behoove you to tell me right now what it is. Yes, tell the truth and shame the devil. What will it be?
It might come out positive.
For
Just
what?
for marijuana.
Who have you been using marijuana with? Because I'm hoping it hasn't been at your mom's home.
No, it's not.
So who have you been using marijuana with?
One of my friends had it and they asked me if I wanted it. I hit it once.
No, nobody hits marijuana once.
No, I did. I swear. I just hit it once.
So you're out of work, but you do find time to have marijuana with friends. So that means that you are going to end up causing problems with your mom. I'm going to try to stop that and nip that in the bud. So how far did you go in school?
Senior year. That's when I didn't go.
Do you have any children?
No.
All right, any other questions from either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing, Judge.
All right, and you're going to be drug tested today, and so you're telling me it's only going to be marijuana?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money are going to run concurrent. There's going to be a UA, and I want her to be continually tested for levels, Ms. Rance, and she's going to do a UA today.
Yes, ma'am.
And if she tests positive for anything other than marijuana, I want to know, and I want her back in court. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. You're going to obtain your GED, full-time employment. And for the court, full-time employment is at least 8 hours a day. So if you need to get 2 part-time jobs and get your 8 hours, then that's what you're going to have to do. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. So if you can't report by Zoom, you're going to have to report in person. I'm gonna want her to have a curfew, so you need to be in the house by 6 p.m. The only exceptions to being in the house by 6 p.m. is if you're at work. And she's only allowed to leave the house by 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm gonna want field visits, random, 3 times per month. She's to reside with Janetta Chiretti. Rebecca, is there anything else that she needs? Is there any restitution involved here?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right, anything else she needs, Norma? I'm sorry, Rebecca?
No, Judge, but on the employment, you want her to have the employment within how many days?
Within 30 days.
Okay, that was it, Judge.
Thank you. Is there anything else you need from me in order to be successful?
No.
Judge, in regard to the curfew, the Amazon job she's talking about is at the warehouse in San Marcos. There may be some problem with getting there and back as far as the curfew goes.
It's overnight as well. Because it's.
The only exception to your curfew is if you're at work.
Okay.
So you'll need to provide proof of that.
Okay.
All right, we can go off the record. I don't know if you realize how dangerous what you did was. Number one, somebody could have been killed, in which case we'd be here for something different, maybe capital murder, who knows? Number two, when you send text messages to people telling them or offering them sex and they come over and expecting that and it doesn't happen, but instead there's a robbery that's taking place, you know what could have happened then? Somebody could have killed you. And you know what everybody would have said? Oh, well, she came over here to rob somebody and she ends up getting killed. Your parents, I don't know your mom personally, but obviously she's trying to do something with you and help you with your life. You're making your life more difficult than it has to be. I always tell people, life is so simple. If you follow the rules, it will be fine. Now you've made your life exceptionally hard because this deferred education is going to follow you around. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. All right, what's going on with you? What's going on in your life?
Me, I just started a new job.
Right. Doing what?
I'm a server.
All right. And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
It would come back negative.
All right. We're going to do a drug test, okay?
Okay. I did one yesterday.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do a drug test. And then who is your brother's girlfriend?
Kaylee.
All right.
I don't know her last name.
So do you still live with your mom?
Yeah, I just had to move back in there.
All right.
Like
So
April.
you're saying you had to move back in?
Yeah, I had my own apartment and I had it with a roommate and I was giving her $800 a month and been friends with her since freshman year. Found out she wasn't all the money I gave her a month never went towards the bill. So we were over $6,000 in her rent and I had all the receipts on me paying her and everything. So they let me out of the lease early. And it was a big altercation. I had to call the cops because she got physical with me and I didn't. I told the cops, I was like, I'm on probation. I'm not going to get physical with her and risk getting in trouble for that. It's not worth it.
All right. You're going to do a UA today.
Okay.
And I know previously there was an issue with you, and this is from March 2024, where you returned back positive for marijuana and they did progressive sanctions. So we're going to do a UA and then we're going to tighten up your schedule with your curfew for being at home with your mother.
Okay.
So first thing, we're going to see what this UA, the results are.
Mhm.
And then we're going to come back and I'm going to give you instructions, but your curfew is going to get tightened up. Okay.
Thank you, Jen.
All right. Thank you. All right. You're going to go back on your curfew. So she needs to be at her mom's home by 6 p.m. unless she's at work. Yes. All right, excuse me, everyone. Okay. Yellow, very loud. That's okay.
I saw that there was an SR sent that she would continue with the curfew But all the other ones that I saw were like for travel and for rent.
Mhm. I think there was a miscommunication probably around August. So you're going to be on curfew. You're going to need to be in your house by 6 p.m. every day unless you are at work. Do you understand? If you're not at your house at 6 p.m., what's going to end up happening is they're going to give me notification and a motion to revoke could be filed. You understand? So what is your work schedule?
I know this week, today's my last day off, or Wednesday, Thursday, we might close at 1. I'm not 100% sure on like the times yet. I'm still gonna need. This is like my first week.
You are going to send your work schedule to probation and you're going to give that to your probation officer. If you are not at work, you need to be in your house by 6 p.m. Do you understand? If you're not in your house by 6 p.m., they will know and they're going to let me know. Do you understand? And they're telling me that you're testing some of those lines were faked. They're counted as negative, but there were some faint lines for cocaine. So I don't know what's happening with you, but
I can find you. My brother, on it, in all honesty, my brother is an addict with that, and I see the way he is with it. I would never do it. I just see the way it breaks my heart.
all right. So here's the thing. You're not allowed to go to your brother's apartment, your brother's girlfriend's apartment. Do you understand? If you are going to visit with your brother, it is to be by phone only or at your mother's house. Do you understand? Okay. All right. And you're not allowed to go to his girlfriend because it says here that you were at your brother's girlfriend's apartment complex at one point in time swimming.
Not her.
All right. You're not allowed to go to your brother's girlfriend's apartment complex. Do you understand? And you shouldn't be anywhere but in your house by 6 p.m. unless you're at work. Do you understand? And if we could continue with field visits.
And Judge, one thing I would suggest, I was reviewing her proof that she provided to Officer Parker.
Mhm.
And they're mostly like screenshots of her schedule. I want to also, it doesn't say anything like her name. It's just kind of the schedule. I would suggest making sure you're turning in your paycheck stuff. And if you get like direct deposit or something, just something that shows like you're working. And
I just haven't gotten that yet.
No,
Like, I'm still kind of, I haven't gotten a paycheck from there yet, because it's mainly just in the, every 2 weeks we get a paycheck. I want to say it's like.
yeah, and I would say because it's just screenshots, I would suggest
I'll make sure.
you're turning in like your actual like proof that you're getting paid. Because that is part of it. Yes, you can take screenshots from the apps, and I know a lot of employers use the app these days. But just something that shows like a good paycheck.
Yeah.
All right. So you understand what's expected? All right. Make sure you follow through. If there are any issues, you can always come back to the court. Okay. All right. Good luck to you.